Hello everybody, welcome to the Arena Finals, Grand Final of Season 8. We've got Velihopea with Pro Elves, the other passing elves, up against MadJake with Dark Elves, who are definitely not passing elves. Very interesting teams. We've got the Assassin 1 Witch build here, which is the Christopher B build, I believe. 5 Dodge, 4 of them Blodge, 1 of them's Rog, Russell Witch Elf. So it is a pretty nice Dark Elf team, honestly. 3 rerolls and an Apo. That's a bot that does that to Lacus, so I don't know why it hasn't done that. And then Velihopea's got 4 rerolls because he's got Leader, he's got a 12th player, he's got the Apo, he's got a Wrestler, some Dodge, so another Wrestle. So he's got some Wrestle and he's got some Dodge and he's got a Sneaky Git as well to high roll. So I mean, I prefer Dark Elves in this match. Both very good players, so it should be very interesting. Now, unfortunately, the PI tournament is on, so we're only going to be able to do the first half of this. So there you go. Yeah, we're only going to be able to do the first half. Because the PI tournament. Should have asked earlier, honestly. I could have asked him to change the official thing by like 2 hours, right? But I thought that was cheeky, so I didn't ask. And then just now I said, what if we could start later? Like me and MadJake could start later. But then, of course, that would mean everybody waiting to start the round. And then it would mean he'd have knowledge of the other game. So it would mess things up a bit. So Andrew was right to say, look, we could just increase the round time for everybody, which I could have just asked him that. Once we found out the time of the arena finals, I guess I should have asked that. I didn't. I didn't, and here we are. We're just gonna get a half of the arena finals. There's a blitz here. There's a bit of a blitz defense, isn't there? Here, like he's covered the inside routes, whereas rather than the outside, like this could have been here. And the outside would have been covered. So he can come down the outside, but of course it's a super deep kick. So maybe he should come around. Maybe he shouldn't have blitzed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He could have just had a catcher there and a catcher there. Both catchers could have just walked through. Maybe he should have done that. This guy's blocking his path now to get out. No, he's not. Errata. But it is because he could have been there, right? And there's better, I think. Getting further in versus a Witch Elf is better. But yeah, he's got 4 players forward. So, huge threat in the backfield now to MadJake. Oh, of course, Andrea. I should have asked earlier. I should have asked when I said, unless we can get Andrea to change it. I said as a thing, if we... I won't be able to do it unless we get Andrea to change the tournament. And then I thought, I might as well ask. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You couldn't just have me. You couldn't just extend it for me and Shirt. You'd have to extend it for everybody. And then it's completely reasonable. I thought it was cheeky to ask, right? Which is why I hadn't asked before. And then I thought, fuck it, I might as well ask them. So it's absolutely fine. Yeah, this is a bit of a pickle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look how far back he is. He should have started 1 further back, right? Now he's gonna have. He can't pass it. He could double rush handoff. Yeah, I guess he could just get everybody. Everyone's just got to come super back. Oh, I'm definitely not going to forfeit my... I would have done Christopher B if I'd done rubbish. That's what I was thinking. That was in my mind, you know. To be fair, imagine if I got the tournament change and then I just lost my first 2 games. So, you know, I didn't really... that was a contributor to me not asking him to change anything, because just imagine if I just lost and changed the tournament for nothing. So, no, I'm definitely not going to cast the whole final. Sorry, people who want to see the whole final. I mean, you obviously need to watch it in game if you want, can't you? Maybe somebody else will stream it as well. So he does the rush to get there. Doesn't fail the rush. Doesn't fail the thing. Hello, shirts. Sorry, I tried. Yep. We playing in an hour. Yeah. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. I should have thought of things. I could have also asked MadJake and Veli if they wanted to play an hour earlier as well. But that's really cheeky, asking 2 people who are playing a game to start at a different time for me. That's like mega cheeky, so I didn't want to do that either. I doubt it's going to be over. It's like, with it being Elves versus Elves, right? Like if it was like a Bash team versus Elves, it might have been over. Like Brutal Deluxe's game versus Court Guy, right? He just got smashed to pieces, and then that game ended like in about 50 minutes. So, you know, but Elves versus Elves, very unlikely to go that route, isn't it? Oh, well, gets a removal from his random basings.
No, I won't give in.
Well, they weren't random basings, were they? They were basings to try and limit him attacking the cage, which has worked out, to be fair. Chaos Welly, thank you very much. Staying fantastic for 13 glorious months. Months? I don't know why I said months. And so now he's taken this guy, well, not down. Punching this guy. Is he going to wrestle him and then try and... Yeah, wrestle him and then control him with the sneaky gate. Maybe. 13 glorious months. Over 3 Beaver pregnancies. And hello, Mrs. Fez. Just take the push. I quite like the boat down there, honestly, because you're disrupting them, right? So I think both downing him there and then trapping him with a sneaky gate. I guess he's trapping him with a sneaky gate here anyway, so it ends basically the same way, except he's got a standing... Oh, no, he's not. No, this side's way better. Veli. Come on, this side's way better, isn't it? He's got a 2+ out. Like, you've got him under the cosh. Here. You want to go there. It's kind of better to have a guy more central. Especially if you've got 3 over here. So that's what he's probably thinking. He's probably thinking, like, you know, symmetry. If he puts another player over here, it opens up this side. And maybe he's right, actually. Errata. If he doesn't stand there, this guy gets blitzed and the cage comes up to here. But now this guy gets blitzed and he comes down there. Though he's assisted from the wrong square, right? He should have blitzed from this one. This one should have been the one blitzing. He should have blitzed from this square. So if he powered him, he would have had a walk through. So he did block his own square. So now he just walks up. Amazing, Mrs. Fett. The glorious board of ethics. He's got to fill in. He needs the driver in the Venga bus now. 1,000,000%. It's quite good that we get to see the actual colours for the final, isn't it? So many times there's a clash and you've got to go red and blue. Well, he could have also just walked up this way, but if he could just walk through. I think maybe he could have just walked through here, right? Maybe he couldn't get that far. He's got to dodge this guy off on a 2. Oh no, he doesn't. He's got a 2D there on the sidestepper. Doesn't have dodge, he only has guard. By the way, couldn't have made that 2D if he'd had this sneaky git over there. Maybe he was wrong. But there was pros and cons, wasn't there, to that manoeuvre. Failed this dodge is actually fine. We can base the ball, can't he, here? And he might. Pro Elves love to base the ball. Hooked up, base. But he did get one of those out, right? I think if he'd had that sneaky get there, it'd have been harder for him to get out. But he might have come down here. And who knows? Oh, instant reroll. Maybe he could have done some other safe moves before just punching. A blockless block. For instance, if he's going to blitz with a blitzer, maybe he should have done the blitz with a blitzer first. Yes, things can change if you get a POW, but you know, they very rarely change that much that doing the safe move is worse. Is the ting. Of course, it's easy for me to say this as I did a safe move with my flesh golem last the other day. Yesterday. But you know, still, it's about what's correct, isn't it? Correct. Oh wow, this blodger killing him. This blodger absolutely killing MadJake. But he did choose to blitz a blodger. You know, he could have just hit this lino. I quite like hitting this lino. Defenseless with block. That's what I would have done. Of course, you can't follow him because you'd get instantly stabbed, but you could have blitzed him. The great thing is he's got everything in front of him. Everything's in front of the ball, right? And he's still got pressure on the cage, and he's still got everything in this, like he's still fully controlling the centre, and he's still deep in his half. So this is a very, very nice drive for Veli, thanks to that blitz. Even though the blitz didn't produce anything instant, it still put him on the front foot, and MadJake on the back foot. Ah, look, now Discord has pinged everybody. Just took a while. Bit tired. It's going to be a tough game today versus Lizards. Every game versus Lizards is tough, isn't it? Even for Woodies, I think. Nearly lost a soul with he had Lizards and I had Woodies. That's the thing. I don't think it's really as lopsided as the stats would have you believe between two good players. So now the Dark Elves have kind of got back on top, but they're still hemmed in, aren't they? So like, Veli still might get the stop here. But obviously, the fact that Elves can roll some 2s to get through less likely that he'll get it, but you never know. They're under their 20 seconds of time bank per turn. Has chain push? No. Yes. Yes, he does. But only for a 1D. Not really worth it, is it? Oh wait, no, he hasn't got Frenzy. I was thinking he had a Witch Elf. I was literally thinking he had a Witch Elf. But no, he doesn't. Does he? Not many people are Sol, are there, with his 96% win rate this year on tabletop? He's just going to try and get his wrestler out, isn't he? Get his wrestler out and get him back in front. Yeah, so block this one. Oh, he's not getting him back out in front. I would have blitzed this guy. I would have blocked that one. You know, you can't. You can't. Because you need him standing. Because I wanted to block this one, then block him into there, and then you could blitz him and get out. But you can't do that because this one's assisting, and then you need to block it by that guy standing. So not so good now. Got a couple of people behind the ball. These guys maybe could have moved first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe he's going to rush. Maybe whack him in there. Oh, I think I would have put him in there and then maybe rushed with him to get to there. He's just going deeper. Yeah, going deeper is fair. Completely. Yeah, in fact, the going deep is maybe better, isn't it? Maybe this guy could have been deep there, and then that guy in. But then I guess it's better to have a wrestle in as well. It's all pros and cons, isn't it? All pros and cons. It is tabletop versus Americans. Americans aren't worse at tabletop. The average is obviously exactly the same because they're just ordinary. They're just ordinary men. But there's less. Like he's playing less top players, isn't he? He's playing less top players. Because if you go to a tournament in England, any tournament in England, chances are Davo's there.
Glorious. No, I won't give in.
And then
until I'm
if Davo's not, then you know Joe Manji or Purple Goo or Pete W or Purple Chest or you know, so like you're getting those kind of level players a lot more in England than you are in America. Yeah, it's not like England. Yeah, exactly, Randall Collison, exactly. Faemir, unbelievable, 70 months. What an absolute legend. Hello, Faemir. That's nearly 6 years, isn't it? Yeah, 6 is 72. Flip me, unbelievable. Thank you very much, Faemir, and thank you. Do you know what? Thank you so much for all the commentary and stuff. Do you remember the first one you did in the JFW? what a way to start! What a way to start! Blood Bowl, a game with literally dozens of different players. K-Fog, the best. The best Blood Bowl player. A game with literally dozens of different players. Oh my god, it was funny because it's true. Does put in the reroll with a double rush to come, but gets there and he's still got 2. So that little bit you see that he left open has been taken by the Delves. I did fancy a rush to shut that down. Well, it wouldn't have shut it down, but it would have, you know, it would have impacted it a little bit, right? And now all of a sudden, turn 4 for Veli, he's got to get his whole team's all behind the ball. He's got to get them. Oh well, he's got a chain to unlock the cage. That was a bit of a mistake having this guy up, wasn't it? That's a bit of a mistake. And there's also a guard to come in potentially. No, he can't get the guard in, can he? You might be able to get a push. No, you can't get a push, then another push. He does have this guy. Oh no, you can get another. You could maybe get another push, couldn't he? Because he's got this guy, he could push him there, and then he could like push this guy in or whatever. Or he could push him down, and then there. And then there, I don't know. He could think about it, but he probably wants the guard to get in somehow. Got lots of thinking now with the chainsings ins. Yeah, he could just fill these two and chain him into there for a 1D. But he could also 1D this, and then blitz with something else. Or chain him out. Oh, he could surf the ball. Can he surf the ball? It's a full pow. He's not surfing the ball, he's just going to 2D the ball with wrestle. Which is better than 1D'ing it, isn't it? He can't surf the ball, but he can 2D it with wrestle. Not good enough. Not good enough. Looked like he took the skull, but he didn't. It's just the terrible bug. Oh my god, that bug. I'll ask Vituk about that bug. Push him left and run around and blitz the witch. Yeah, it was really far, wasn't it? But yeah, yeah. Maybe that's better, than trying to pow him. Because if you try to pow him, the ball might go on the ground. You've got limited responses, but if you get the 1 in 3 throwing, it's amazing. If you get this throwing, it's pretty decent as well, isn't it? Yeah, he probably should have run all the way around. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. It probably was with the way. The problem is, like, he's got his time bank. He's thinking there. He's got to do it all in. He's got to do it all from the perspective of playing the game and trying to work it out under pressure, isn't he? So it's a lot harder. Or maybe he just decided against it, but I feel like it's. I feel like the serve was better, but yeah, he could have just decided against it. Oh. Hello, Lawbell. Also, just because it's early, right? I was like, can he serve the ball here? And I'm still bleary-eyed trying to figure it out. Now, maybe if I was in the zone, maybe I was playing this game, I'd be in the zone, maybe I wouldn't, like I was versus Tree. Or I don't know what state I was in for that game. I'm not in a good state to play this game versus Shirts, to be honest, but I've still got a few minutes to wake up, haven't I? It is very early. Is MadJake American? Is MadJake American? Question mark. It's because the Americans say everything like it's a question. And so nobody knows if they're actually asking a question. So they actually have to say question mark. But if you talk like a normal human, you don't need to do that, do you? You can just, it's obviously a question. Surf the ball? But if every single sentence you say sounds like that, you've got to say surf the ball? Question mark. Oh. And now completely behind the Prelves now. And yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad for the Pelves. Lithuania. Veli's Finland, isn't he? Henry with the knowledge. So they're just mad lads playing just playing in the morning. What kind of nutters play in the morning? I guess it's like they're like probably a couple of hours ahead of me, right? I don't know. Might be one or two. Don't know. $9.40. GMT plus 3, so 11:24. So they are 2 hours ahead of us. That's what I said. Yeah, clever Jim. Clever Jim. 2 hours ahead. Eastern European time. Look at that. Geography maths from Jim. I just figured it'd be far enough over to be +2. Wait, is Sweden... Wait, isn't Sweden 10:26? It's 9:26 in England. Sweden's an hour ahead of us, right? Right, okay. Oh, right, you meant... Oh, you meant... Ah, they're normally 1 hour ahead. Right, okay, I get it. It's hard for me, okay. It's hard for me. It's so early. 9:26 is ridiculously early for Jim. This is good, isn't it? Look, his sidestep is in a good spot here, isn't it? This is but this gives him these 3 outs here. So yeah, this is a good dodge to get 3 out. Oh my god, I'm playing terribly. I'm playing absolutely terribly right now in this not playing game. Jesus Christ. This is your time to shine, shirts. No excuses. No pressure. I mean all the pressure, sorry. All the pressure, shirts. If you don't beat me when I'm thinking like this. I've got half an hour to bloody wake up. Get my head in the game. Stop thinking like a shitter. Oh, he snaked! He snaked! Ah! But there we go. There we flipping go. Eventually, you're going to make You know, if you make critical snakes, it's 9.27 in England. If you keep rolling dices, eventually you roll a snake. And there is one. I can't convince anybody, Keith. As soon as I'm up for nomination in any social deduction game, I'm just dead. Every single time, without fail. Why the flip is he dodging this wrestle dude? Not what I would have done. He's not even blitzing with him. Now he's dodging twice with him. He's not even blitzing with him and he's trapped in his dodger. What's he doing? I guess he's thinking the dodger's recovery. Ugh. Hate that. Hate that from MadJake. Like, you have to blitz with a wrestler, don't you? So who's blitzing? The wrestle catcher? Why not just assist with a guy with dodge? Would have saved you a reroll. Weird. Weird stuff from Veli. Yeah, so why is he assisting with this goober? That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy was right there for the assist, wasn't he? Or this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, it's just weird. Why are you not? He's too far for him. It's a rush for him. Oh my god. If he's gonna rush, he's gonna dodge and rush. This is so weird. Why aren't you assisting with a catcher? But this one could be the recovery. Like, that's super greedy, mate. That's super greedy. This is wrong. Deserved. Sorry, Veli. Absolutely. That's so weirdly, stupidly greedy when you have to knock over a blodger, even with wrestle. To just add 2s to the equation is just stupidly greedy. You have to get him down. You have to get him down. You have to. Who cares if your recovery is slightly better or more convenient? You have to get him down. Did not like that from Veli. In my terrible, just awoken state, I'm confident that you know, rolling extra 2s to hit the ball is bad. Like, he still else. Like, it's not like as if like the recovery is impossible, right? It's not like recovery. You know, he still had this guy. He could have come and got it. He could have powered him. I guess he was going to power him out there. And then this guy's going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, rush, pass, and then he runs the potatoes away. That's his dream. But think of that if you've got 4 rerolls, right? But not if you've got 1 or 2. I completely missed the witch dying, but I mean that's independent of rolling extra 2s to hit the ball, isn't it? That was independent of making the extra 2+ rolls. After you've just seen, after you have the chance because MadJake snaked. Like, literally, the reason you have this chance is because MadJake snaked. And then you make extra 2+ rolls. It's weird, isn't it? It is a single match with overtime, yep. Yep. Oh, not screening. He should have been 1 back, shouldn't he? Misclick? Question mark? He should be back 1, right? And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have like a full screen. It's weird that this isn't a screen. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can 1D the ball with wrestle. super easily. Now he makes a few dodges in a rush to go and stand in the right square. And an extra one. There we go. There we go. Well, just roll some 2s. Some 3s and 2s to fix everything. Yeah, all of the arena finals are just single games with overtime enabled, so the final is no different. Well, I had a bit of an Artemis moment there, so maybe my head is getting into the game. But I probably would have missed that serve because my brain was just grasping at how do I do the serve. Oh, and other things I've said haven't been good. But that was, I mean, this is definitely the wrong square, wasn't it? You know, and he fixed it with all the rolls, but this was definitely the correct square going there. And I'm sure it was better to not roll extra 2s to hit the ball. You can worry about the recovery later, you just have to get him down. Nope. Hello, punt. Well, KO'd this guy there. Didn't see what happened, but got KO. Oh. Oh, let me just yawn for half an hour. That could be a big KO though, couldn't it? Catcher. Not really, punter, not really. I'm tired. I'm yawny. I'm not being in the best form. This stays out so far. But he does have 12 players. And the Dark Elves are down to 10. So at the moment it's very much advantage Veli for the overtime, right? Except he's also got 4 rerolls. He's got an extra reroll, but he's more likely to have to use them on offense. But he's got an extra reroll. Like, he is 1-0 down. But it's still kind of advantage Veli here. Obviously no rerolls for the 1 turn. And funny enough, the 1 turn is really good for Pro Elves. So using all of his rerolls on defense and not having one for the 1 turn sucks ass. But yeah, you had a pretty decent 1 turn, about 35% 1 turn. If he'd saved a couple of rerolls, but didn't. Now what he can do is, there's no 1 turn for the Dark Elves, right? So he can score on turn 8. If his drive, he's got 11, the Dark Elves have got 10. Maybe he'll beat them up more, maybe he'll get his KO back, and then it'll go to overtime. Maybe he'll have 2 rerolls left, maybe MadJake will have 1. And it's advantage Veli. But obviously it's not advantage Veli because MadJake's 1-0 up, but you know what I mean. It's not too bad being 1-0 down now. He won't be feeling too bad about being 1-0 down. Yawn says that's a good point. Shirts was going to go to sleep because it's 4 AM for him. So 4:30 now. I did tell him to wake up because I'm lovely. Because I'm lovely. He said, right, I'm just going to go to sleep. And then I was like, wake up. because I'm nice, but I should have said, yes, have lovely dreams. It's is what I should have done. Sweet dreams, shirts. Have a long and peaceful slumber. But that's good. I guess it is even earlier for him, so maybe he'll make even more boneheaded plays than I'm going to make. Fingers crossed. I couldn't do that. You see, this is the thing. I'm not as competitive as I could be, am I? If you were maximum competitiveness. But I'm not. Where the fuck am I streaming this? I'm streaming this on twitch.com. Hello, Elpme.
You know exactly what I mean. Try and make me look like a moron in front of the fans.
It's because Elpme that you said you wouldn't be here till 10, right? So I just did it on my own and didn't think of streaming.
That closed booth energy.
Yeah.
Sorry if I've intruded here.
No, you haven't. It's good.
I feel like I've overstepped.
Yep.
And,
I just heard I prefer choking the lights out of them, and then somebody wrote about UFC, and I thought, what's UFC got to do with choking? And then I realised what kind of choking they were talking about. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, UFC, Chuck Liddell was class, wasn't he, the Iceman? I enjoyed that. And fucking, what's he called? Tito Ortiz was great, wasn't he? Like, you don't have Couture. Like, those characters were way better than, like, nowadays.
Nowadays, it's awful.
Nowadays, it's just...
There's Uncle Chael, of course.
Now it's 12 interchangeable Dagestanis.
Pretty much.
One of them's hilarious, though, to be fair. One of them's absolutely hilarious. But, yeah. Is what it is. And, like, yeah, there's been some funny guys as well, hasn't there, since those days. But, the early days, like, not the very early days, but the intermediate.
Yeah, no, they had a definite peak. They had a definite peak.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that's not a reflection on the talent of the people there in terms of fighting ability and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not at all. Before we get any people coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, it's a much harder sport than it was." Oh. Well, it is time for you to realise what the entertainment factor of that thing was a while ago.
Yes. Can he? He can't score here. He's got the ball on a blitzer for a start, so I'm sure there's no way he's going to score. Oh my god, power slap is insane. It's terrible, isn't it? Power, right? And what's he called?
Power slap.
Dana's got it in his head that it's going to be a thing, and it's like, oh my god, it's literally so bad. Terrible.
It's just a quick ticket of brain damage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, it's not entertaining at all. It's just like, you know, but maybe he's just got a fetish for like hurting people, and then he just thinks, oh well, this hurts people for even less entertainment. Let's go with that. Weird.
I'm not going to speculate on an incredibly rich man's desire, so I neither deny nor endorse.
No.
Jimmy's message here.
No, neither do I.
What was that dodge? Question mark?
I think he was still trying a one turn, which he shouldn't have tried.
Oh, sorry, it's turn 8. I was like, what?
No, he's still trying. I think he was still trying to do a one turn that he couldn't do. Which, you know, there's a time to cut your losses and just bang, isn't there? Verbal bitch power slap. That'd be pretty good, yeah. Of course, verbal bitch could be Elton's middle name. That sad little man.
Got him.
Hey, way.
Well, I'll never leave the house, so it'd have to be online.
Could be online. Flip me.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
on the internet, you could say what you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, the olden days. Some would say the good old days, of course. I prefer I think of the good new days, the fiercely regulated days.
No, it was lawless, and I'm deeply grateful that it's no longer as lawless as it was. But of course, still a lot of work to do. Not for the fault of the government, but more the police. Maybe they more police, please, more police, and more of them in communications training and Facebook watching and stuff like that. Please, unless the government doesn't want that, in which case, my apologies for suggesting that, and I'm quite happy with things as they are.
Oh, brilliant! And funny enough, he's got this guy on the edge here. I was thinking, yes, you've got to have your blitzer on the edge, but of course, there's no witch elf anymore. So actually, you don't need your blitzer on the edge. You can have anybody on the edge. But now that is 9:45, so I'm going to call it here. We've seen the first half of the final. I'll try and do the second half as a replay. Hello, everybody. Here we are for the second half of the arena finals. Did the first half live, and then I've put off doing the replay of the second half because replays are currently bugged on Blood Bowl 3, and I haven't really wanted to endure this. But endure it we must. So there you go. It's finally time, and thank you once again, Mr. Bladder. Right, let's go see what happens. MadJake receiving the first half, scored his touchdown, took a cast witch elf. And now it's Veli's turn to receive, probably score on turn 8, and then go to overtime. One would imagine, but things can happen, especially between elves, right? Make them roll some crucial dodges, get a snake, but it's unlikely they roll a snake, isn't it? You're not going to make them do 36 critical dodges, so chances are they don't roll a critical snake, even if they have to. And you can try to make them make critical 1 in 9s, but that's not always that easy to make them roll critical 1 in 9s. And even if you do, 8 times out of 9, they'll succeed them anyway. So elves, pretty hard to beat. Eats that dub skull there. Well, this is probably with overtime, right? If there was no overtime, you'd have probably re-rolled that. But with overtime, he's thinking, gotta save his re-rolls. To be fair, if he'd re-rolled it, you'd have got a board down anyway, so. To be fair, thin defense here, isn't he? He's going to have to dodge these linos out. Did the wrong one first, in my opinion. I think it's more important to get that side covered, but the side isn't even covered, so he can go through here if he wants. But he's just going to try and maximise blocks up there, which I would say is correct. Maximising blocks is like most of Blood Bowl. I don't want to put a percentage on it. I could do a Dionysian and say maximising blocks is 84.72% of Blood Bowl, but it's certainly a decent amount. Gets a removal, there we go, by maximising blocks. And now he gets the foul as well. Could have tried the dodge out first to get another assist. Gets a Kaz, oh my goodness. Well, oh, sent off though. It's a trade he'll be quite happy with though. Oh, he's got a +1. Wait, what? Why has he got... Is he got a... Why is he... Was that the kickoff result? That was the kickoff result. Was friends with the ref. Oh my god, and then he rolled a 5. That is outrageous. This is a bit of a dicing for MadJake this half, isn't it? 3 players down already on turn 2. And screwed. Whoops. Screwed by the kickoff result. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Sorry, Bombadil. You could have just had the same team. Oh, bye, Azicus. Hello, Mrs. Fez. Thank you very much. I do enjoy Leeds. I'm sure I'll have fun, especially with Team Fantastic, the best tabletop team ever assembled. I think that's fair to say. Unless they have team tournaments in Russia and Crucifer and Diomed are on it. With like World Sadar and Corleon, in which case maybe their team is better, but you know. Might be taking tabletop by storm, you never know. I am going to play tabletop, yes, Mr. Blather. Going to Leeds this weekend. I had a scare because I had a slight scare because I hurt my back. It was pretty ridiculous. Who's this? Is this Faemir? Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Faemir. Oh, I just well, I'm not kicking you out, Faemir. I'm not kicking you out, but I was in the commentary because I thought I was going to do a live game now, because the replays go super fast, don't they? So the replays go super duper fast. So I mean, I'm not kicking you out, but just be aware that the replays go super fast.
Yeah, I can see they're proper J5 speed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. So I mean, the good thing is this half's pretty much over already, right, with all the removals. That's why I was already blabbering on about UKTC. Yeah, I had a big scare because I bent down and picked something up, and then I had like annoying pain, I guess, annoying lower back pain, and it was annoying enough to make me lie down. And then I laid down for like, you know, a little bit, and then when I got up, it was like unbearable. Like I couldn't stand, basically. It was really bad. And then I went to bed, you know, after a while, and then I woke up the next day and it was just as bad. And I was a bit scared because I thought, you know, what if it's like, you know, a herniated disc or whatever. So I was like, oh god. And then because it was like really mega painful. It wasn't just like what I envisioned old people's backs hurting like. It was really, really, really like I needed a crutch and I could barely fucking walk. Like it was horrific. And then that was at 10 o'clock I went to the doctor's, and that's what I was like at 10 o'clock. And then the doctor was like, just a muscle sprain. It's the spasming is what makes it hurt so much. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he gave me some drugs and that. And then like literally at about 1, I was fine. It was just like, you know, painful, but not scary painful, you know, just no, this is a bit painful. And then now it's barely painful at all. So very good. Happy Jim.
There you go. You should have a look, you know, going to the physio or something like that, because those kind of pains, you know, I was just getting down to grab the newspaper or something like that. That's usually only because it's the last drop in a long sequence of things that could be going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I actually learned a lot about back injuries because I worked for Royal Mail for a bit, and they have more back injuries than the rest of the workforce combined in England.
There you go.
And it was hilarious because other people had tipped bags, and like they tipped them how people tip bags, right? They pick them up wrong, they throw them on the thing, they put their hands above their head, they fucking do it all, and everybody does it wrong all the time because doing it wrong is like 10 times faster than doing it correctly. But of course, Royal Mail tell you how to do it correctly, so you can't sue them, right? When you inevitably get a bad back. So I did it completely by the book. I bent down, knees bent, back straight, test the weight of the thing, go up, put them on the thing, slowly shuffle them out onto the thing, and it was hilarious because everybody fucking hated me. Everyone hated me because I went like about 5 times slower than everybody else. But I thought, I'm not going to fucking break my back so that you can all, you know, like, so I can be a bit faster. Like, what the hell? It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I could have sued Royal Mail because I did. They could have reviewed the thousands of hours of, of footage, and they wouldn't have found me lifting it wrongly once. So there you go. So I mostly have been good at lifting things actually throughout my life. So, but I was still, I still was, because I know that's the thing. That's what they say. Like when like your back goes on a lift, it's like, as you say, it's like the last straw of loads of things and stuff. So I was pretty scared. I was pretty scared that was going to be the case, but luckily it turns out wasn't. It was just insanely painful because of the spasming. There you go. I am getting old, yeah. I didn't expect it to hurt that much though, like, it was crazy. Like, it was only really scary because it hurt so much. And I thought, if it hurts this much for like, and I asked the doctor and he said it can last like a few days or a few weeks hurting this much. I was like, fuck's sake, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really going to be able to go if it hurts this much. But then literally a few hours later and it didn't hurt much at all. Like, completely bearable amount of pain. Whereas now it basically doesn't hurt at all. Should have filled in this before he did the blitz, right? Should have filled in all these 3 squares first. No reason not to. I guess in case he won in 9s. And then he could fill it in a bit differently. Errata. Well, there you go. That one he could have done anyway. Could have blitzed with wrestle though, couldn't he? He probably should have blitzed with wrestle, and then he could have dodged this guy out. So I think blitzing with wrestle was better, right? Could have blitzed. He could have put in these 2, blitz with wrestle from like there, and then he could have come in and dodged this guy to fill everything. Would have been better. So that was a bit of a mistake, not blitzing with wrestle.
No, go the pow.
Can I press K to set the team? Yeah. Use the Apo on a badly hurt, so no damage at all to the Pro Elves. The AV8 plus team are completely fine, whereas the Dark Elves have been battered. And now we've got the broken replay. Fantastic.
Now you can point every square and all the things that can go from that square. Fantastic.
We've got a ball over here for some reason, even though it's there. And double surf is coming, in fact. Now he rolled a POW. Could he have made that 3D? 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, he could have done. Sure he could have done. We can go back and find out. Can we?
We?
No? Which turn is this? What's happening?
Maybe you need to pause the...
You can't pause it.
Why there is a pause button there?
Because it's broken. Okay, well now it worked. Yeah, he had this player free. This player was free, so he could have made it 3 dice. The pause doesn't always work, Faemir, because the replays are completely fucked. Alright, so 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one's 6. No, it's not. It's only strength 5. Yeah, okay. So he didn't have them free. He didn't actually have them free. He couldn't have made it 3 dice. Oh, God. Right. So there's still a 1 turn for the Dark Elves, isn't there, technically? The technical 1 turn here, with 9 players and movement 7. I've never shown the teams with Ks before, but there you go. You can pause it if you want. This does have
I think
overtime.
yes.
Yeah, there's because all of the arena finals games are just best of one with overtime enabled. So funnily enough, Pro L's not the best choice with their AV 8+, but they've got to the final. His KO rolls were good, yeah, 3 out of 3, but he had 2 chances, right? So they were 75% to come back for overtime, and he wasn't going to score the 1 turn anyway. To be honest. Instant stab.
I mean, what else to do? In fact, I don't know why Velihopea was risking players there.
Yeah, there was no 1 turn.
The ball and all that. Boom, there you go, kick in the face.
Yeah.
He was so off picking up that ball. Or maybe he didn't realize he was turn 16 and thought it was the overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, look, that could have been a dead blitzer. But 3 rerolls each, going overtime. Who's going to win the toss?
We'll know instantly.
The Delves. So, I mean, the Delves have had the worst of the luck. They're down to 9 players, so them winning the toss is probably better for the game, isn't it? I'd say.
Oh, it got sorted, the pointer?
No, I put it in the corner, Faemir. Then it see, son, I don't have the cursor on the pitch, and that's, you can see it there in the top corner. Clever Jim. Full pout. Follows. Gonna spank the sneaky git.
Yeah, you want to know more about the spanking Blood Bowl players? Why not try some coaching? Jimmy Fantastic will give you an exclusive one-to-one session for 90 minutes. DM him on Discord or email jimmyfcoaching@gmail.com for more details. And for £300 there, I will be there with my whole attention, focus and passion dedicated to you. For £200, I will be there but will do nothing. And for £100, I wouldn't even be there. I won't even be there. It's like, no, what is no. So just in case you want to throw £100 away. Probably all of you have done at some point in your life.
Yeah, true. No, gets the full power. Oh, it doesn't bracket him. I thought it was going to bracket him with the assassin there, but doesn't, get him past the line. Yeah, I don't love the builder caterer going to blitz, but he's only got 9 players, hasn't he? So he's kind of got to do that, really. And the guy had wrestle, so he's going down guaranteed. He could have just made it like a gapped cage, couldn't he? But it is good having him ready to get stabbed by this. Like, you can't just stand him, right, because he'll get stabbed.
Mr. Blazer, there are no 150 quid options. Jesus Christ. The options there are the 3 options. I am going to give you a 3rd option.
You heard it first here. Faemir doesn't want £50.
The business is the business. The deal is the deal. Respect the deal.
Blitz with Bloch. Sad little man. Oh dear. Does stand up the player and tries the 4-2. Interesting. I would have probably just stayed down there. He went for the 4-2. Obviously good payoff if it works. Like not amazing payoff, but decent payoff, right? And like with only 9 players, I guess he felt he needed that player up. Uzi blitzing. This guy next to the cage. Yeah. And I think maybe he's pushed the ball central. Okay, no. Trapping him is pretty decent, isn't it? Because then he needs a 4-2.
Oh, and killing the player is even better.
Yeah,
well roll. It was a 12 and a 12?
Wow. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, isn't it? Because it traps in the blitzer on a 4-2. And with guard, he can't block his way out either. So, interesting. You could say super interesting. It does have dodge though, so it's still going to try the 4-2 out.
He has to because he has no players left anyway.
Yep. No. Probably shouldn't have done that, right? That was like, that reeked of changing your mind. He was going to tag him, then thought he wants to go up there, so he should have just gone like 1 square less and not made a 2+ roll, but never mind. Gets away with it. The Proyals are nice out bashing the Dark Elves here, but the Dark Elves do have the ball, and elves are elves. So Veli has to do something here to get the ball, otherwise he's going to lose. Like he's just losing at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, but what? I mean, he can assault the cage.
Base the ball with sidestep, the classic. Basing things, but they've all got he's basing things, but they've all got a 2+ dodge out at the moment. Okay, not that one. I mean, he's got 2 players somewhat isolated, but the others have all got a 2+ out. So huge pow. Really needed that for a bit of breathing room up there.
And the armor break even better.
And a rush. More rushes.
Ooh.
More dodges, more rushes. Fair enough, right? He's got to roll the dice here. He's not up shit creek, but his back's against the wall. Loads of
so you know, move that player up. He wanted to do the rush to tag that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Only cost him 1 reroll that turn. He'll be happy that not only did he not fail, it only cost him 1 reroll. Yes, kicks is looking all right, isn't it, for MadJake? If he just bangs it in, at least he doesn't lose. It's 50-50 to win at least, and it is going pretty wrong for him. 3 players out there. You might go back to the middle now, because this is a big maybe, like, I know this is an extra hit, but maybe that guy should have come back here to try and lock down the switch back, because I wouldn't hate coming back if I was MadJake, but it looks like he's going to push forward. Does the 1D on the guard and rolls a pow.
Just casually. Oh, armor break. That's actually massive.
Yeah.
That's the guard piece gone for the game, more or less.
Yep. Slight spoiler there.
That was very interesting.
Yeah. I'll edit this out, so let's not. No spoilers in chat, anybody. But I'll edit that out.
That was incredible.
Yep. Gets the 1D on the ball, gets the wrestle. And catches it. Flip me. But loses it again. Oh god. Oh my god, what's happening now? Yeah, that was a block.
Everything is falling apart.
Yep, everything is.
Can endure these levels of equity shifts.
Everything is absolutely falling apart. Turn 23 though now for MadJake. Is the blitzer going to go for the 4+ pickup score? It's 4-2-2-2 or something like that. Pretty easy. It probably has to, right? But then he might just get scored on in 2. So is he going to sideline cage? Has to re-roll a pickup. Yeah, he sideline cages. I think that's better than just scoring, right? Like, yeah, he had the score. And the score does give him 50-50 at least, so it's a bit better than scoring normally would be, isn't it? But I guess he's got the 50-50 as long as Veli doesn't counter score on him, so... Interesting. Wait, is he hitting a player that we can't see? Surfing an invisible player?
Oh, look, I appeared down the pitch. He appeared on the pitch. It was, these Goku techniques,
Oh god. Yep, this is why we haven't done this replay yet. Oh, leaves the sideline somewhat open. He actually has to re-roll this because he has to have a scoring threat. Is the replay broken? Yep. Okay, play. And that looks like he scored. Turn 24, but it's not turn 24. Right, let's watch this whole turn again. No, this is turn 24 of the Dark Elves. He does the 1D blitz, gets the POW, gets the removal, and it's a 3-3-2, gets the skull. Well, there you go. So now Veli has to score a 1-turn touchdown. Not many players for the defense, and he's got 2 rerolls for it, and he's got a full team, so pretty good chances. He's about 50-50 to score this.
I have high hopes for this 1-turn. I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, this is actually really good odds. He's using the whole method? He can't be using the whole method. I thought Veli was good. This is genuinely diabolical if Veli's using the whole method here. I am fucking disappointed in him. Nah, that's nah. Fuck off, Veli. No offense, but I mean, I did just tell him to F off. But Velihopea is better than that. That's inexplicable that Veli would use the whole method there. Like, I get that it's gone to overtime. He's playing all this time and his brain's a bit frazzled. Maybe he's got, low time bank or whatever, no time bank. Maybe he's run out of time on it. But like, you've got to be better than that at 1-turns. If you're playing Pro Elves and you're as good as Velihopea and you're playing MadJake in the final, you have to do a better one. You can't use the whole method like that. Full team. Diabolical. Genuinely diabolical for the level he's at. Like, fair enough, a normal person. I remember the first time somebody scored a 1-turn, it blew my mind completely. But we're not in those days anymore, right? We're not in those days anymore, and there's no excuse for Veli using a whole method with bloody Pro Elves of all things. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. He should have had redundancy built in. That POW should have pushed his catcher up, and then he should have been able to block it and POW the second one. Well, no, not POW. You don't have to push the second one and then POW the third one. and then he would just had a 3-3-2 to score. So really should have had a 50-50 at winning this, but didn't, and there you go. Something for this is the thing I always say, like, 1 turns are the easiest thing for good players to get a bit better, right? Because the higher your win percentage gets, the harder it is to increase it, you know? Like, it's a lot easier to go from 20 to 30 than it is to go from 60 to 70, and then, you know, 70 to 80 is almost impossible. So that's the easiest way to get a few more percentages. So yeah, that was, you can't with a full team, you can't be doing whole method. So there you go. Hopefully Veli doesn't have taken any offence at that, but congratulations, MadJake, a worthy winner. Can't I, you know, he got outbashed and he won the game, so there you go. Congratulations, MadJake. Commiserations, Velihopea. Thank you very much, Faemir, for joining me in the booth. Glorious having you here unexpectedly.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
And thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.